My name is Dr. Brajesh Kumar. Today I am going to deliver a lecture on definition of hotel, second various departments in hotels and types of rooms available in hotels. A hotel is thus an establishment that provides paid accommodation generally for a short duration of stay. Hotels often provide a number of additional guest services such as restaurants, bars, swimming pool, healthcare, retail shops, business facilities like conference halls, banquet halls, boardrooms, and space for private parties like birthday, marriages, kitty parties, etc. Most of the modern hotels nowadays provide the basic facilities in a room: a bed, a cupboard, a small table, weather control, air conditioner or heater, and bathroom, along with other features like a telephone with STD, ISD facilities, a television set with cable channel, and broadband internet connectivity. There might also be a mini bar containing snacks and drinks and tea and coffee, making unit having an electric kettle, cups, spoons, and sachets containing instant coffee, few bags, sugars, and creamers. Now, I will discuss on various departments in hotels. First is room division department. In a large hotel, the housekeeping, front office, and maintenance department come under room division. These departments together are responsible for maintaining and selling the rooms in a hotel. In most hotels, these are the departments that directly or indirectly generates more revenue than any other department. This is because the sale of rooms constitutes in a minimum of 50% of the total revenue of a hotel. A hotel's largest margin of profit comes from room sales because a room once made can be sold over and over again. The rooms division is headed by the rooms division manager, to whom the front office manager, executive housekeeper, and very often the chief engineer report. Second department is housekeeping department. The housekeeping department is responsible for the cleanliness and upkeep of the front of the house area as well as back of the house areas, so that they appear as fresh and aesthetically appealing as on the first day when the hotel property opened for business. This department is headed by the executive housekeeper, or in chain hotels, the director of housekeeping. Next important department of the hotel is front office department. This department is headed by the front office manager. The front office department is the operational department that is responsible for welcoming and registering guests, allotting rooms, and helping guests to check out. Uniform services like concierges and bell desk and EP bags operators are part of the front office department. Next is maintenance department. The maintenance department, also called the engineering and maintenance department, is headed by the chief engineer or the chief maintenance officer. The department is responsible for all kinds of maintenance, repair, and engineering work on equipment, machines, fixtures, and fittings. Next important department is food and beverages department. The front and beverage department includes restaurants, bars, coffee shops, banquet, room service, kitchen, and bakery. The department is headed by the food and beverage director, while the restaurants, bars, coffee shops, banquets, and room service may be grouped specifically under the food and beverage service department, headed by the food and beverage manager. The kitchen and bakery fall under the food and beverage production department, headed by the executive chef. Next department is human resource department. The human resource department or the personal department as it is used to be called earlier is headed by the human resource manager. Recruitments, orientation, training, employee welfare and compensation, labor laws and safety norms for the hotel come under the preview of the human resource department. The training department is an ancillary department of the human resource department. This is headed by the training manager who takes on the specific task of orientation and training of new employees as well as existing ones. Next is sales and marketing department. The sales and marketing department is headed by the sales and marketing manager. A large hotel may have three or more employees in this department, whereas a small hotel can do with just one employee. The function of this department is fivefold, that is sales, personal relations, advertising, getting mice, that is meeting, incentives, conference and exhibition, then business and market research. All these functions lead to the common goal of selling the product of the hotel, that is rooms, and the service of the hotel by creating customers. Next department is purchase department. The purchase department is led by the purchase manager who in some properties may report to the financial controller. The procurement of all department inventories is the responsibility of the purchase department. In most hotels, the central stores are part of the purchase department. Next is financial control department. It is also called the control department. The financial control department is headed by the financial controller, who is responsible for rectifying all the inventory items of the operational departments. Inventory control procedures are the responsibility of this department. The financial controller, along with the general manager, is responsible for finalizing the budgets prepared by the heads of other departments. The hotel's accounts are also maintained by the control departments. Accounting activities includes making payments against invoices, billing, collecting payments, generating statements, handling bank transactions, processing employee payroll data, and preparing the hotel's financial statements. Next is security department. This department is headed by the chief security officer. The security department is responsible for safeguarding the assets, guests, and employees of the hotel. Their function includes conducting fire drills, monitoring surveillance equipments, and patrolling the property. So these were the various departments in hotels. Now I will let you know about types of rooms available in hotel. A hotel sells a combination of accommodation, food, drinks, and other service and facilities to its guests. The main accommodation product is the room, which is among the principal source of revenue for the hotel. Other facilities and benefits such as ambience, decor, in-room amenities and security are add-ons that play a important role in the pricing of the services. In order to suit the profile and pocket of various kind of guests, hotels offer different types of rooms that cater to the specific needs of the guests. The room may be categorized on the basis of the room size, layout, view, interior decoration, and service offered. The various types of rooms offered by a hotel are as follows. First type of room available in a hotel is single room. A single room has one single bed for single occupancy. An additional bed may be added on this room on the request of a guest and charged accordingly. The size of bed is normally 3 feet by 6 feet. However, the concept of single room is vanishing nowadays. Mostly hotels have twins or double rooms and charge for single rooms if occupied by one person. Second type of room is twin rooms. A twin room has two single beds for double occupancy. An extra bed may be added to this room on the request of a guest and charged accordingly. The bed size normally 3 feet by 6 feet. These rooms are suitable for sharing accommodation among a group or delegates of meetings. Third type of room is double room. A double room has one double bed for double occupancy. An extra bed may be asked to the room on the request of a guest and charged accordingly. The size of the double bed is generally 4.5 feet by 6 feet. Fourth type of room is triple. A triple room has 3 separate single beds and can be occupied by 3 guests. This type of room is suitable for groups and delegates of meetings and conferences. Fifth type of room is quad. A quad room has four separate single beds and can accommodate four persons together in the same room. Sixth type of room is Hollywood twin room. A Hollywood twin room has two single beds with a common headboard. This type of room is generally occupied by two guests. Seventh type of room is double room. A double room has two double beds and is normally preferred by a family or a group as it can accommodate four persons together. Next is king room. A king room has a king size bed. The size of the bed is 6 feet by 6 feet. An extra bed may be added to this room on the request of a guest and charged accordingly. Ninth type of room is queen room. A queen room has a queen size bed. The size of the bed is 5 feet by 6 feet. An extra bed may be added to this room on the request of a guest and charged accordingly. Tenth type of room is interconnecting room. Interconnected rooms have a common wall and a door that connects the two rooms. This allows guests to access any of the two rooms without passing through a public areas. This type of room is ideal for families and for the crew members. Next type of room is adjoining room. And adjoining rooms share a wall with another hotel room but is not connected by a door. Next type of room is adjacent room. And adjacent room is a very close to another room but does not share a common wall with it. Next type of room is parlor. A parlor has a living room without bed and may have sofa and chairs for sitting. It is generally not used as a bedroom. 14th type of room is studio. A studio has a bed and a sofa come bed and is generally used as a living room. 15th type of room is cabana. A cabana is situated away from the main hotel building. In this area, a swimming pool or a sea beach. It may or may not have beds and is generally used as a changing room and not as a bedroom. 16th type of room is suite. A suite includes more than one room. Occasionally, it can also be a single large room with clearly defined sleeping and sitting areas. The decor of such units is of very high standards, aimed to please the affluent guests who can afford the high tariffs of the room category. Next type of room is duplex. A duplex suite includes two rooms situated on different floors. which are connected by an internal staircase. This suite is generally used by business guests who wish to use the lower level as an office and meeting place and the upper level room as a bedroom. This type of room is quite expensive. Next type of room is efficiency room. An efficiency room has an attached kitchen for guests preferring longer duration of stay. Generally, this type of room is found in holidays and health resorts where guests stay for a longer time. 19th type of room is hospitality room. A hospitality room is designed for hotel guests who would want to entertain their own guests outside their allotted rooms. Such rooms are generally charged on hourly basis. Next type of room is penthouse. A penthouse is generally located on the topmost floor of hotels and has an attached open terrace or open sky space. It has very opulent decor and furnishing and is among the costliest rooms in the hotels, preferred by celebrities and major political personalities. And the last type of room is lanai. A lanai has a veranda or roofed patio and is often furnished and used as a living room. It generally has a view of garden or sea beach. Now, I will let you know about hotel tariff plan. The various tariff patterns followed by hotels have come to be identified with the area where such patterns originated. Hotel charge their guests according to the European, continental, American bed and breakfast meal plans etc. The first type of plan is European plan. In this plan, the tariff consists of room rate only. All other expenses would be paid by the guest as per the actual use or consumption. Second is continental plan. The room tariff includes continental breakfast along with the room rent. A continental breakfast includes a choice of fresh or canned juices, breads, toast, etc. with butter or preserves like jam, jellies, etc. Beverages like tea or coffee with or without milk. Third type of plan is American plan. It is also known as an pension or full board. This tariff includes all meals, that is breakfast, lunch and dinner, along with the room rent. The menu for the food and beverage is fixed. Next plan is modified American plan. It is also known as demi-pension or half-board. The tariff consists of breakfast and one major meal, either lunch or dinner, along with the room rent. Next is bed and breakfast, or we can say Bermuda plan. The room tariff includes American breakfast along with room rent. American breakfast generally includes most or all of the following: 2 eggs, sliced bacon or sauces, sliced breast or toast with jam, jelly, butter, etc. and cornflakes or other cereals, coffee, tea, and orange, grapefruit juice, etc. So, this was a lecture on the definition of hotel, various department in hotels, types of rooms available in hotel, and hotel tariff plan. Thank you.